think it is a poignant and brilliant theme of transitions for this event. It is common to welcome new faculty, but less common to celebrate the terrific people that are leaving us, at least formally. I'm happy to say many of those people will be back as we'll see them frequently as friends of Hunter, friends of the Centro, friends of yours. We're also celebrating promotions and tenures, and again, it's a wonderful thing. We need to do it more often. So we are sad about people leaving, but we're thrilled about the new energy in leadership positions and among new faculty. As Provost, I have tried to support the hiring and advancing of Latino faculty, and I hope that you feel my support. This year, almost 15% of all new faculty hired Latino faculty, and beyond the perspectives of Latino faculty permeating the college, we are hiring more and more faculty whose specialties are in areas of particular interest and concern to Latinos. For example, you will see in September 2 new faculty whose specialties are in Latin American art. And their work will not only enrich the Department of Art, but one faculty member as a Macaulay, as a teacher in the Macaulay Honors Program, will be introducing students from the time they enter Hunter to Latin American art. The second professor, as Cisneros Professor of Latin American Art, will be bringing the excitement of Latin American art to the entire community. I want to thank Dr. Edwin Melendez as a tremendous partner in the effort to hire and support new Latino faculty. I also want to thank Dr. Arlene Torres for her support of Latino faculty. In Edwin and Arlene, I feel that we have a partner in providing everything from encouragement, partners, collaborations, modest startup funds, and other opportunities. Again, we want to make Hunter a great place. We want to make Hunter a place that you thrive and succeed and want to spend the rest of your career here. For that, we need allies. We need to work together. And again, I have the best partners. Also, Nicole in my office is someone that you should know is a friend to all of you. It is a special pleasure for me that I know so many of the faculty on this list, 2 of them from my home department of psychology. And again, I want to focus on the fact that not only are we hiring Latino faculty, but their prominence is growing. Hunter's largest department is the Department of Psychology. I just learned that 20% of all majors in Hunter are now psychology majors. That's a frightening statistic. I don't know how I feel about it. In truth, I have mixed feelings, and that department is now being led by a proud graduate of the University of Puerto Rico and my friend VANYA Quiñones, which just means this means so much to me and to the department. So again, leadership positions throughout the college, name chairs, full professors, department chairs, and other leaders. So Hunter is changing, and in wonderful ways. Also, you should know that many of our academic programs are increasingly taking on issues of health equity, health disparities, other issues of great interest to the Latino community. In our School of Public Health, one of the pillars will be the study of health disparities. Again, in the Department of Anthropology, throughout the college, we're making spectacular hires. So there are many more people not here who are your allies and your potential collaborators, and Edwin and I will work together to publicize this more. So again, thank you for inviting me. I am always proud to be a co-sponsor of this event and other events, and I look forward to a spectacular evening with you. So thank you.
Before I do what I was assigned to do. Let me just say 2 words about the force behind this event. I'm taking a lot of the credit, and I don't deserve it. The person that really is behind this is our provost, who initiated the idea and motivated us. This is not the first reception for new faculty, but it's the first time that we acknowledge the contribution of others. She's really a force behind the diversity effort here at the university, and she brought a lot of energy to the college, and for that I really want to thank you, Vita. Thank you. So we have a number of new faculties. I know that we may not have all of them here. I think I saw Caroline. Caroline, where are you? Caroline. Caroline Rothenthal-Gelman is an associate professor, new hire of the School of Social Work. Her work is in community-based mental health with Latinos. She's also looking at culturally appropriate family care givers for persons with Alzheimer's disease. It's a great addition to the social work faculty. She has a lot of practical experience, and I see her as a partner in crime. So, welcome aboard. We also want to welcome Eduardo Contreras from the History Department. Eduardo, are you here? No. Okay, so Eduardo was hired as an assistant professor in the Department of History. He comes from the University of Chicago and has a very impressive record of accomplishment. He's coming to teach U.S. Latino history, the history of race and racism, and I think it's a wonderful addition to the History Department. So let's welcome him. When you see him, come to our events. He's probably going to show up. I know he was here for some of our events last semester. So, and finally, I want to welcome a colleague of mine at the Center for Puerto Rican Studies. She's Zavala. I don't see her here. She's probably with her granddaughter somewhere in the train right now. But in any case, Edith coming from the University of Puerto Rico. She was, prior to coming here, a clinical psychologist directing a center on neuropsychiatric institute. So we want to welcome her. She's currently teaching in the psychology department, a very successful class, I hear, and we hope that partnership between Centro and the various departments will be strengthened by the various distinguished lecturers that we have been able to recruit. Although it's not official yet, I don't know if I should say this, I'll get in trouble, but I think it's okay because he signed the letter and but we just made a terrific hire. Obviously, he's still in transition, not getting to Centro yet. But Mr. Cesar Perales, who was formerly director of ProDev, has agreed to become a distinguished lecturer at Centro. And we're looking really forward to having him here. So with that, I think, Mayra, that was my mandate. And so let's welcome all to Hunter, and let's see if we can have a productive collaboration. Thank you. Let's give it an applause.
We are honoring tonight, and the School of Nursing is very proud to honor Dr. Judith Aponte, who is a child, and I mean that. She's much younger than most of us in nursing education. She is a graduate of our baccalaureate program in 1994. And her master's in nursing at the School of Nursing in 1998. And was the first Hispanic graduate of the Columbia DNS program in 2004. Her body of research is on diabetes in Hispanic populations, which has greatly enriched our curriculum. She's developed a 2-course sequence with urban public health with a subspecialty in diabetes. Her doctoral area is on large database analysis. Someday she's going to teach me. And that has led to her new appointment in the doctoral program. And she is our first Hispanic tenured faculty in the School of Nursing. We are very proud of Judy.
I stole my own thunder before, but not hers. I'm here to talk about my colleague and friend, Vanya Quiñones-JENAB. Right,
each other the V's.
That's right, the V's, right. I always knew you would be chair.
Oh my God. I love you so much.
The department could not have a better leader. So I mentioned that, again, Vanya was just elected chair of Hunter's largest department, but, and I can tell you the department is jubilant, because I know I hear back channeling all the time when they're not, but they are thrilled about this hire. Vanya is a renowned biopsychologist. She received her BA from the University of Puerto Rico in biology and her PhD at Rutgers in 1993 in also biology. But it is the miracle of Hunter's psychology program that at least 1/3 of our members are biologists. And Vanya studies cocaine addiction in rats and sex differences in cocaine addiction in rats, and in fact, could you give people a little sense of what you found over all of these years?
The rats get very happy when you give cocaine to them.
That's all you need to know. Vanya Quiñones.
Females get more happy.
Just really say a few words. And where is my let me give you the plaque.
Thank you so much.
No. These are fake. That's right. Okay. That's Vanya, take a few words.
So I want to welcome you all. I think this is my home. I've been here 14 years. I came from Rockefeller, and I approached the biology department. I wanted to come to a diverse institution. I think that it's the only place that we can do what we're supposed to do, which is mentor many of our students. And Hunter is the most amazing place in the whole world. And not because I'm here with VITA and I'm going to ask her for money or something. It's just that, it's just that the magic of the students and the magic of the faculty is charging all of us to do good things. When I started, there were not that many minorities, and I have seen how VITA and the president and the administration is committed for us to be here. Many of us we've been here less than 10 years. And this is an effort. It's been an effort from the administration, from VITA, single-handedly to have a diverse population. So it's an honor to work here at Hunter. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to work with VITA, with the administration. And it's an honor to be in a place that the students are so wonderful. So thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm going to do a Sarah Palin. I have my notes in my hand. Maybe I will be as famous as she is one day and have my reality TV, not because she's a good politician. So someday we're all going to be like Sarah Palin. So it's my honor to introduce Regina. Regina came to our department, I think, in 2005. I didn't have that written down. She did her PhD in NYU in clinical psychology, and then a postdoc from Columbia University. And she works on suicidal thoughts and suicidal effects. Let's see if I know what you work on. Suicidal thought and suicidal effects in different populations. Her research is amazing, but what is really amazing of Regina is she's productive, she writes, she publishes, but she's a good citizen, and she's a good citizen to our students and a good role model. When I led the core program, I single-handled her as the director because she has a commitment to train students, and I think that she is one of the best faculty we have, and is what we should all aspire, using her time and effort, not only for her own research, but also to help other students and train other students, and she is doing a wonderful job, and I'm very, very proud and happy that you're part of my faculty, and we really appreciate your work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vanya.
So you're supposed to say something.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be a part of the Hunter faculty. One of the things that continues to amaze me about faculty here is the dedication to not only be productive in our own work, but also to we really care about teaching and mentoring students, and that's something that struck me when I first came to my interview, how much Hunter values its students, and how much I'm continued to be impressed by that. Thank you.
The three of you take That's right. That's right.
Come in the
Thank you,
middle.
thank you, thank you. Thank you. Come forward, yes,
forward.
okay.
Wait a second. Thank you.
That's right, thank you. I want to say just two other things very briefly. Vanya and Regina just collaborated on a $3.2 million grant, successful grant called BP Endure that will support it is a science enrichment program that will support students who are interested in neuroscience. So $3.2 million over 5 years. Thank you for bringing that grant to Hunter, Vanya, and Regina. That's right, that's right. And finally, before leaving the stage, I want to acknowledge Diana Romero, who has just been tenured in the Urban Public Health Program after May to be known as the CUNY School of Public Health at Hunter College. Diana, you are having a fantastic career. Could you just come up and say a few words about your work? Just a few words. Diana Romero.
Hi, thank you. Well, my time here at Hunter has been relatively short, a little more than 3 years, but it's been, if the goal was to make my head spin, it definitely happened. In the first year, it's just been amazing having the opportunity to help develop a doctoral program in public health, as well as the CUNY School of Public Health at Hunter College. So I came from a place, I guess I have to echo some of the previous comments made. I came from an institution that, relatively speaking, really pales in comparison in terms of its commitment to students. And I've been just incredibly impressed at how dedicated all of my colleagues are to the students that come to Hunter, and how amazing the students are in terms of what they offer, us. So it's been a relatively short but amazing time that I've been here, and I think just the commitment that I've seen in terms of the creation of the first public school of public health in New York City, the collaboration with the School of Social Work, and all of our sort of opportunities to engage with members of the community. It's just reminding me over and over what an amazing institution Hunter is, how well it's regarded outside of our walls, and how privileged I feel to be working here with so many terrific people. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, my time here at Hunter has been relatively short, a little more than 3 years, but it's been, if the goal was to make my head spin, it definitely happened. In the first year, it's just been amazing having the opportunity to help develop a doctoral program in public health, as well as the CUNY School of Public Health at Hunter College. So I came from a place, I guess I have to echo some of the previous comments made. I came from an institution that, relatively speaking, really pales in comparison in terms of its commitment to students. And I've been just incredibly impressed at how dedicated all of my colleagues are to the students that come to Hunter, and how amazing the students are in terms of what they offer, us. So it's been a relatively short but amazing time that I've been here, and I think just the commitment that I've seen in terms of the creation of the first public school of public health in New York City, the collaboration with the School of Social Work, and all of our sort of opportunities to engage with members of the community. It's just reminding me over and over what an amazing institution Hunter is, how well it's regarded outside of our walls, and how privileged I feel to be working here with so many terrific people. So I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. It's a bittersweet opportunity for me to say goodbye again to Yvonne. Yvonne has been with us since the 90s. Come on up, Yvonne. She's been with us in the School of Education since the 90s. She has played a central role in maintaining our identity as a school of education that prepares people in bilingual education, particularly Spanish-English. And on her way out, she's helping us expand our role in bilingual education to include other languages. Yvonne has brought grants to the School of Education, particularly using the arts, in the preparation of teachers for bilingual students. She has worked with the BETAC, the Bilingual Education Technical Training Assistance Center. I knew I wasn't going to get it all right, but I knew she would help me because she's that kind of a person. And even as she leaves, we're already working on other kinds of projects that will keep her connected to us at Hunter College. She's not. Yeah, oh, well, we'll have to fight then. We know that we're glad that she will have the opportunity to do some of the fun things that she enjoys, but we know that that will get boring, and so we're going to keep her other days, you know, every other day kind of interested, so she will stay with us. Yvonne, we're going to miss you terribly. You've left a legacy that we have to keep up, but we know you'll be around to help us. Thank you so much. Pictures. Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to say, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be an actress, and I wanted to get an Oscar. And look, oh my goodness. I'll tell you, I've had many, many jobs in my life, and none better than my years at Hunter. I have loved them. I've loved the students, my colleagues. The School of Education is a wonderful place, and I know that VITA knows that. And she's very loved there. And the Centro that I've worked with and that I'm continuing to work with is a wonderful place. And we're doing some work with cultural competence, which has been my interest all along. I want to thank you all, and it's not a goodbye, it's hasta luego.
Okay, all right. I'll be glad to do that. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I didn't read it, so I'll read this one. Carmen Mercado, would you please come and join me? Carmen has had a long association with Hunter College. I don't believe in dates, so I'm not going to talk about them. And Carmen has been a very important part of our undergraduate teacher preparation program, Triple T and then Quest. And her work with students, trying to get them to fully appreciate the strengths that students from East Harlem would bring to the classroom, is something for which she's known both as a teacher educator, but also in her research and scholarship. Carmen is also, as I should have said about Yvonne, because if I don't say both of them, she'll tell me later. I have to say that as a person who's not Latina, but who spent time in Latin America, who actually speaks a little Spanish, I have to say that both of my colleagues have been very generous to me over the years in letting me practice my Spanish with them and taking me with them as if I were a member of the family. And so for that, I have to thank both of you. Carmen, I know that again, this is bittersweet, but you're just, we're just changing your role. You won't have to teach all of the time, but you have research ideas and activities that you've already shared with me. I know that we will find ways to continue our relationship because the expertise that you have is not easily reproduced in other people. We need that expertise within the School of Education. We need that expertise in New York City. We need that expertise in the nation. So I'm supposed to say that Hunter College, the City University of New York, presented to Carmen Mercado, PhD, on your retirement from Hunter College with appreciation for your leadership in the field of curriculum and teaching as a teacher and mentor. Provost VITA RABINOWITZ, February 10th, 2011. It's my pleasure.
Oh, a photo op?
She wants.
I want to say a few things. Yeah, first of all, thank you all for coming. It's really wonderful to see you here in this space that has had a lot of significance for me in terms of meetings and other activities that I've attended. But I also want to say that I have a wish. There are 3 faculty members in the Department of Curriculum and Teaching who are retiring this year, who are Puerto Ricans. And there were 2 faculty members previous to them who were Puerto Ricans. They retired. That means that there are no Puerto Rican faculty in the School of Education, which does such important work in the city of New York. Therefore, if I have the opportunity to express a dream to our beloved Provost, is that we try to match the number of Puerto Rican faculty who are leaving with new Puerto Rican faculty, because we have a wealth of resources nationally that would love to come to Hunter. And we would love to mentor them, those of us who now are assuming different roles at the college, that we will never leave, because I do not believe in retirement. I'm like the phoenix who rises, and I am coming back. Gracias.
Good evening, everyone. I've been given the very pleasant and wonderful task of presenting a person that I've known for a long time. As a colleague, we have shared offices side by side for, I think, most of our tenure, right? Throughout. First in the 11th floor of the West Building, and then finally in the 17th floor. And as a result of that closeness, we developed a very interesting relationship of, not just a collegial relationship, but a very personal relationship that extends, the realm of, intellectual conversations that have to do with many different things, even personal things, right? That we don't need to go into details. But in every respect, everyone in the Department of African and Puerto Rican Latino Studies, and by the way, the chair of the department regrets not being here. His name is Ejido Iweribor. But at the same time that this wonderful celebration is going on, there is the Black History Month convocation, and obviously he cannot be in 2 places at once, so he asked me to please excuse him. At the same time, we have other members of the African and Puerto Rican Latino Studies Department, specifically of the Puerto Rican Latino sequence, here with us. And I would like to acknowledge them before I continue talking a little bit about Harry, which I could talk for a long time. But anyway, I see Milagros Dennis. She's around? She was here, but maybe Chila. Edgardo Melendez also had to leave because he had a class. But we have one of our young members, Victor Torres, right there in the back, anthropology. So as Harry leaves us now, and leaves obviously a great void, and obviously leaves, like Carmen said, positions that need to be filled by people just as capable as he was all these years. So, we're also asking the Provost to give us a hand in that. What can we say about Harry, about all the contributions that over the years he brought with him to the college and obviously to the department? There are many. His sense of responsibility, his ability as an administrator, and in fact, we were recalling that back in 1974-75, when the Centro was basically inaugurated, and Frank Bonilla, who, as we know, is no longer with us, was his first director. The very first administrator of the Centro was this individual standing right next to me, Harry Rodriguez. Obviously, along all those conversations that I've had over the years with him, I learned to respect the vast knowledge that he has of the history of Puerto Rico and the politics of Puerto Rico. Very, very knowledgeable. And whenever I had a little doubt for one of my classes, I teach Latino literature and I teach Puerto Rican literature of the 19th and 20th centuries. sometimes I would come to him, and he knows this, to ask him a particular question. Sometimes the questions were easy, sometimes they were more challenging, but he always came up with the answer because there is an encyclopedic knowledge there somewhere, even though he might be too humble to admit it. And over the years, of course, I've learned to admire, and I think the department admires that in him, his sense of integrity, his intellectual honesty, and the care and devotion that he always put forth when teaching others about Puerto Ricans, both here and in the United States, and in Puerto Rico. And I think that's something that is a legacy that he leaves with us, and we're hopeful that we'll get somebody just as capable, as him. Harry, I should read this now, right?
Yes, sir.
Hunter, the City University of New York presented to Harry Rodriguez on your retirement from Hunter College with appreciation for your leadership in the field of Puerto Rican studies as teacher and mentor. Provost VITA RABINOWITZ, February 10, 2011.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you to Dr. Edmund Melendez, Judith Fiedlander also, who was the dean here, and the Provost Rabinowitz, and also to everybody here. My journey was a long journey. I began in 1972 at City College teaching. Then between 72 and 74, I was a member of a committee organizing the Center for Puerto Rican Studies. And in 1974, I became the first administrator of the center, with Fran Bonilla as director of the center. And also in 1974, we organized the first historiography conference on Puerto Rico. It was a fantastic, we have a witness here, Pedro Pedraza. He was a member of the staff at that particular time. And we had meetings during many months organizing a monumental conference on Puerto Rico here at City College, at the Graduate Center, by the way. That was the place. I don't want to make a long story because I am not a politician and I don't have any plan to run for office. But anyway, I will appreciate, and also want to say something. We are not retiring. We are moving from one phase to another phase. I already began the second phase. It's less stressful, by the way. Okay? Thank you. Okay, have a good day.
I apologize for my lateness. Today was our common day at the School of Social Work with Tony DeJesus sort of organized. So I'd first like to start by thanking Centro for being such a wonderful friend of the School of Social Work. And we're so delighted that we're going to be together in East Harlem. We are retiring Yolanda Mayo. I don't know whether she was mentioned or not. I think she's in Puerto Rico right now. So she is the faculty member who developed our first exchange program with the University of Puerto Rico many years ago. And so her departure is a loss. But Carolyn's is our great gain. This is an incredibly productive scholar in the field of older adults and Latinos. So productive that she both gives birth to a new baby and produces grants in the very same moment. She has a new daughter, Sophie, not even a month old, right? And I got to say, it's great to be in New York and to recruit faculty. I recruited her at the 2nd Avenue Deli, right? That I have little secrets about how to get faculty on board, and the 2nd Avenue Deli is one. I hope you all get to know her. She's a delight, very interesting background. She's from Guatemala, and a true scholar, and I know she's going to bring a lot to Centro, and certainly to the school. We are really blessed to have 5 full-time Latino faculty members at the school, and that's 10% of our faculty, so it's pretty significant, a little more than 10%, about 12% of our faculty, and about almost 25% of our student body is Latino. So, and we want that to grow, so we're going to work with you in making that happen. Thank you.
Thank you. One more person who is retiring, Dr. Juan Flores. He couldn't be with us tonight, but we'd like to congratulate him, and we will be sending him his award. But thank you, everyone. Thank you, deans. Thank you, provost. And thank you, faculty. We hope to see you at our next event. Have a good evening. Enjoy.